Hi everybody and welcome back to our channel. Today we'll be reviewing the Kalin bed. Kalin bed is an upholstered bed which features rounded shapes. Let's dive in. The Kalin bed is available in two versions. The standard versions with the mattress of 160 by 200s and the king size version which is 180 by 200s. The bed perimeter is always as you see it, which is 31.323 millimeters from the ground. So it can be available also without the storage bed feature, but as we will see this one, it's convenient to have it with the storage bed feature because the look is always as you see it. It's not available with higher feet. It's quite bulky, I can say, because the 160 by 200 mattress version has a total dimension of 192 by 230. So it's good in those rooms where you have much space and you can actually enjoy these voluminous shapes. It's all rounded, as we were saying. So it has this very striking headboard, which curves on the sides. You see, it actually looks like the back of the sofa. It looks great. It's very comfortable when you sit on the sofa, maybe to have a chat with your partner or to read a book. So when you lie your back here, it's very comfortable. You must consider, we see it on the left side here in the review, you must consider that when you place a bedside table, I will go on the other side, when you place a bedside table, I will move this one, if you place it here, normally here you would have the wall, and normally you have the bedside tables, possibly with drawers, which are actually against the wall. But if you have a bedside table here, and you have this wing here, I'm sitting or I'm lying, and I have this obstacle that makes it more difficult to pick up something from the top of the bedside table or from the drawers inside. So these wings are beautiful and comfortable, but you must take care of the type of bedside tables you're going to put beside the bed. And for this reason, this sort of bed works best not with bulky bedside tables with drawers, but with lighter bedside tables, like this one, for example. And normally you place it here on the side, a bit more accessible to the user, both on the left or on the right, it doesn't matter. So we were talking about the headboard. The headboard has a multi-layer wood structure, on top of which you have polyurethane foam, which makes up the feeling that makes it so comfortable. And then you have the interlinen and, of course, the fabric or leather of your choice to cover it. It has a nice slope, and this is why it is comfortable and convenient when you sit on the bed. And it's not only very striking, but it looks great from the side, and it also looks good from the back, because on the back it is completely finished. And so you can, it's not a frequent situation, but you have if you have a big room, maybe with the working cabinet on the back of the bed, you can imagine looking at the back of your bed, and it looks cool because it's completely finished. Let's open the storage box. This is pretty standard. I simply pull, okay. It is available without the storage box feature, and in that case, you can adjust the supports of the bed frame, and you can decide how deep you want the bed frame to be. So you can either have it aligned with the perimeter, or you can have it go down below. And so in that case, in Italian we say invascato, the mattress goes down, and so you could have the perception that the mattress is lower than it actually is. Let's assume that you get a 25-30 centimeter mattress. You place it down like 15 centimeters, and so you would perceive only the upper 10-15 centimeters coming out from the perimeter. And so this is I would say, both a design choice and also a practical choice, an ergonomic choice, because of course, when you lower the height of the mattress, it means that when you sit to go to bed or when you wake up in the morning, it means changing the height of your bed. So we were having a look at the mechanism. It's pretty standard. with this metal structure and the wooden staves. You can have this is the standard version, and then there's the double lift version, which allows with a second movement to place the perimeter, the bed perimeter, flat to the ground, and so it's more convenient to make the bed in the morning. As standard, the inside is divided in 2 panels, and so you could raise them every now and then to clean a bit. As we were saying, in the version without the storage box, the looks are exactly the same. You don't actually perceive the feet because they are black feet which are placed a bit behind from the perimeter, so you can perceive them in pictures in the catalog or in our photo studio, but you don't perceive them at home. So the looks are identical, and in this case, well, of course you can consider the price of the option for the storage box, but I would consider this option because, you know, there are some people who are concerned about the fact that they don't need a storage box under the bed, and with the storage box you get dust. That's possibly true. At the same time, if you're afraid of dust, you would simply put things in the storage box which do not attract or keep dust in, and it's a good option. So even I do suggest to consider it, unless you have a super huge house, because it's quite convenient for those things that you don't use often. So the Kalin bed is available with all our collection of fabrics, faux leathers and natural leathers. In this case here, we see it with, upholstered with the Byron fabric. It's a new fabric in our collection, and we added it to our collection because it's a bouclé, a single color bouclé, reasonably big, and it is polyester, but it has a 4% of elastan fiber, and this is what makes it special, because not only is it a good looking and practical bouclé, you can also machine wash it at 30 degrees. It has a good range of colors. It is made in Italy. Actually, we have pretty much most of our materials are made in Italy, so not only the products but also the materials. And the elastan fiber makes it elastic. So you can see there's based on the direction on which you pull. Here is slightly less elastic, and here it's slightly more. And this makes it perfect to upholster those items of furniture. It could be a bed, or it could be an armchair or a sofa, where you have curves. On these sort of shapes, if you have a fabric which is too rigid, which doesn't fold to actually follow these sort of shapes, the technician, the artisan that does cut the fabric and upholster the item could have problems in doing it. And so this is why it's important to actually match the perfect fabric for certain shapes. And on the Kalin bed, we can mount pretty much most of our collections of fabrics, but if you want suggestions, and if you want good advice, our interior designers are available for this. And this is a good option. This is why we chose it for our showroom. So we've come to the end of today's product review of the Kalin bed. If you like the video, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps us. And see you next time. Bye bye. Ciao.